the hunger that never ends. They say hunger is a primal urge, an instinct for survival. But what happens when hunger is all that remains? In the dark corners of the world, where battlefields are forgotten and graves go unguarded, something stirs. A wretched, half-rotten thing that neither lives nor truly dies. Ghouls do not hunt for pleasure, nor for sport. They exist for one reason alone: to feed. And when the scent of blood fills the air, nothing will stop them. The concept of ghouls dates back to ancient Arabian folklore, where they were described as monstrous desert dwellers that lurked in burial grounds, feasting on the flesh of the dead. Known as ghoul, these creatures were believed to be shapeshifters, luring travelers to their doom before devouring them. Later, European interpretations twisted the legend further, turning ghouls into undead scavengers that prowled graveyards and battlefields, forever driven by an insatiable hunger. From Gothic horror to Lovecraftian nightmares, the image of a mindless, corpse-eating fiend has haunted human imagination for centuries. The Witcher's version stays true to the horror. There is no cunning, no reason, only the overwhelming urge to consume. Unlike the vampires or werewolves of legend, ghouls are not cursed humans. They are something worse, a byproduct of death itself, drawn to the scent of rot and ruin. Ghouls are not simply monsters. They are reminders of war, suffering, and decay. They thrive where the world is at its worst, crawling through the wreckage of battle, picking at the bodies left behind. They are not villains with motives, nor beasts to be reasoned with. They are the horror of what happens when death is not the end. In The Witcher, ghouls serve as a grim reflection of human brutality. They are not born, they are created, drawn to the carnage of war and the bloodshed of civilization. Every battlefield leaves scars, and in the wake of violence, something always comes to feed. Ghouls are among the most common horrors that witchers face, not because they are the strongest, but because they are everywhere. They lurk in crypts, skulk in abandoned villages, and rise from the corpses left to rot after war. A merchant once told the story of a caravan that had been attacked on the road. The survivors fled, leaving behind the wounded. By the time they returned, the bodies were gone, dragged into the darkness by figures with hollow eyes and jagged teeth. Some say ghouls are drawn to the scent of blood. Others believe they are cursed, bound to an existence of eternal hunger. But one thing is certain: once they have your scent, they will not stop. The dead should rest, but in a world filled with war and ruin, what if they don't? What if something always waits in the dark, ready to feast? Ghouls are not legendary beasts, nor are they grand horrors with ancient origins. They are something far worse, something simple, something inevitable, because as long as there is blood, the hunger will never end.